Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Fresh and our Orc Hunter. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today is the day we begin our grinding journey to level 40. We just recently hit level 39, got about half a level's worth of rested experience, which isn't too bad, but honestly, I don't think we're going to need it. We're going to need at least a couple hours, I'm expecting, to hit the 100 gold mark so that we can get our mount right at level 40. And 40 more gold shouldn't be too bad, even if we're going for just straight vendor farming. So I thought a lot about what our target is going to be for today. I would like to mix it up and try different areas if we need more than one episode. And so today I decided to start with Dustwallow Marsh, since we were already in Thunder Bluff at the end of the previous episode. And we are going to be farming turtles. And I think the turtles in this area should prove to be very lucrative. Skinning them can give us, obviously, the usual heavy leather that we've been seeing. Maybe if we're lucky, we might even see some thick leather every once in a while. But we can also find turtle scales from these turtles, which I believe can be used for some sort of leatherworking quest much later on. In addition to that, we've got the turtle meat. We've got various green items that can drop. We've got, I think, 12 slot bags can start dropping at this point. Which would actually be huge for us because we could actually use a bag upgrade, I think, at this point. Although I think we've done a pretty good job so far of managing our inventory. It hasn't been too bad. And I would like to focus on the gold income if we can. I think there's a lot of cool stuff there to be had. They're going to be all along the coast, especially this water section in between Theramore here and the mainland. There should be tons of turtles in there. So we're going to get started with that. Let's get Ripper out here. And let's get a food buff going as well, just to be prepared. And we should be restocked and ready to go. The reason I'm going to try out this spot first over others is I have a feeling there's going to be a little less competition here. At least that is what my hope is. Whereas a place like Stranglethorn, for example, or perhaps the Badlands or the Swamp of Sorrows could be a little bit more busy, I think, especially since we're playing during primetime hours right now. We can do a quick /who and see who's in Dustwallow today. It's a decent amount. But hopefully the majority of them are going to be questing. And this does mark the first time that we're actually doing stuff in Dustwallow. Besides getting the flight point at Brackenwall and picking up the various first aid books that we needed a while back. Take on some crocolisks along the way. I'll provide some skins as well. And yeah, we're going to find out just how much we can make in an hour. My hope is that we can get like 20 gold. That might be ambitious, I'm not sure. But if we're doing nothing but grinding, we keep getting kills, we don't stop. I feel like it's realistic. And that would be the best case scenario. Just 2 episodes to get us to where we need to be. Got threshers in the water. So we're going to test the Dust Wallow Bay first. See how well this area will do, and if it doesn't do too well, then we'll go to the east coast. Hope you guys enjoyed the Scarlet Monastery runs from the previous episode. Had a lot of fun making that one. I'm looking forward to more dungeons. We should be doing Razorfen Downs pretty soon as well. I think level 40 is a perfect range for that dungeon. So we just picked up some turtle meat from our first turtle. Thick scaly tail, vendors for a little bit. And picked up some heavy leather on top of it. And they go down pretty easily, pretty quickly too. So we've got muck shell, snap claws. I don't think we can actually skin those, so I'm not sure they're going to be worth a whole lot. The other thing that we're going to be testing out as well is how many turtles are actually in this area. And hopefully it's not the case that they share spawn locations with these snap claws. Fortunately, it doesn't look like the clam meat's worth a lot, and it looks like we're just seeing more and more threshers. Don't know if we just have to head further south, or maybe I'm thinking it might be worth it just to check the east coast first. Because I do know for a fact that there's a quest on the east coast that involves killing turtles, at least for the one of the sides. It might be Alliance side. But I know that it should be at least somewhat more reliable than this. This is the second turtle we've seen so far. We'll go slightly further down, but we'll hug the bank to our left over here and hop off. Starting to see a couple more. It's looking a little bit more promising. And we just picked up our first turtle scale. Looks like they're selling for just under 7 silver, at least at this very second. I feel like the prices on the auction house have been fairly inconsistent. They've been very volatile, especially lately on the classic fresh servers. And I think it's because there's some product, some items, some materials that get bought out very quickly, and then the baseline for the price changes like very dramatically, just kind of all of a sudden. The speckled shell fragments are awesome. 9 silver vendor price. Definitely going to want as many of those as possible. The other thing too that I think is going to be a little bit nicer on the eastern coast is we might not get as many of these wave sounds. They're a bit too loud. I don't want to turn the in-game sounds down too much. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and check out the East Coast. Trot through Alliance territory real quick. And we'll see what we can do. Try to start as far down south as we can, so we can get a good idea of what we're looking at. Dreadmurk Shore. See some turtles already. Alright, let's see how this spot fares. Just waiting for our pet to finish his meal. Take a look under the water real quick, and it doesn't look like we're going to find any turtles underneath the water, which should make things easier for us in theory. Well, it looks like there is a couple here and there. They're not too far off the shoreline. Looks like we got some competition. Looks like this hunter is looking for some turtles as well. We are basically at Theramore at this point. See if I can find something else nearby. Looks like we're gonna have to head up the coast. It looks like a pretty busy area to me, unfortunately. Don't know if we really have any other options, really, in Kalimdor for our level. I feel like we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for some other farming opportunities open up outside of the Eastern Kingdoms. I feel like there's just too many players still. At all level ranges, really. Like there are still plenty of people populating basically every single zone. One Murloc. Got a gun from it. It's technically better than our bow now. So, I mean, it's gonna vendor for quite a lot, so I guess we got pretty lucky there. There's another turtle here to our left. Yeah, that hunter running up and down the coast, doing the same thing we're doing right now, so this might not end up being too worth it, unfortunately. We did get one thick leather from that, so it is possible. Should be worth a little bit more. Mercenary Blade of the Monkey. That is awesome. Yeah, that should definitely sell. I'm assuming a rogue would want that for sure. Yep, and it looks like this human rogue is looking for these tortoises as well. Alright, might have to shift our strategy a bit. And he's just ripping through them too. He's not skinning them though, so I guess we can follow him. We're getting towards the end of the coastline already. And probably don't have too much to show for this, unfortunately. Guess these turtles are just as popular as all the other spots. So we'll be sprinkling in some murlocs here and there. Okay, try to keep track of what our current gold count is. We're just under 62 gold. Since if we are killing murlocs, we're going to be picking up some silver here and there. We want to try to keep track of that if we can. So far, I feel like we've gotten pretty lucky with the green drops so far. Probably wouldn't be indicative of what we could normally experience from this type of scenario. But then again, if we didn't have all these players around, we'd have a much easier time picking up these turtles. Got a chest here. Let's see if we can grab that. Maybe we can get lucky and get some more items out of that. We'll sell. And we did. Archer's Jerkin of the Monkey. 10 agility, 10 stam. Wow. It's only slightly worse than what we have now. Yeah, that will definitely sell as well. So I'm glad this trip has not been too bad after all. We are going to have to try out some different spots for sure. Just gonna have to try to find one that is not as popular. At least we get to skin these turtles, the one that the rogue is killing at least. that is helpful. Seems to be where the bulk of the gold is going to be made anyway, as far as the turtles go. Certainly do not mind following the trail. Let's try to keep up with it. The rogue is killing them for. Turtle meat, maybe? The rogue is level 40. They, in theory, would already have the recipe for spider sausages. They could easily just go up in the top left corner of the zone here and farm up that white spider meat. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this rogue is up to. So I don't know why you'd want these turtles for anything other than their scales, which so far I'm pretty sure you can only get from skinning them. Guess I shouldn't complain though. Perfectly okay with letting the rogue do the killing here. Checking under the water, hoping I'd see something, but nothing right now. Looks like the rogue doesn't see anything up there either. We'll let him kill the turtle. I know the difference in speed isn't too crazy between the mount and what we're at right now. It's really not that much of a difference at all, honestly, especially when you consider there's like a 3-second cast time to it. And that if we put a couple points into pathfinding, we could actually go up to all the way up to 36%. But I don't know, I just like having it, especially as an orc. I love the wolf mounts. I think all of them are awesome, especially the swift versions. Let's keep going. It looks like there's somebody else killing tortoises as well, and they're just leaving the bodies too. I mean, I guess this is a pretty awesome scenario. I was hoping that we would, get the experience on top of it so that we can get to level 40, but I'm okay with this. We had a very efficient time in our run during Desolace. Even in the Scarlet Monastery dungeons, we did quite well for ourselves. So I'm okay with slowing things down just a little bit, just to earn that extra cash. Got some more to the north popping back up again. It looks like the hunter from before was just farming them for a quest, potentially. Which is good. I mean, the rogue, I suppose that might be what the rogue was trying to do, but they killed a lot. They killed a lot of turtles. Like, more than they would have needed to for some sort of quest. That is definitely all we can hope for. That people come in and they leave as soon as they get what they need. Guess I need to start checking in these hills too. A couple that are hiding within them. Again, I think this is probably as far as I'm going to be willing to go. I'm not going to see too much more up here. Now going out into the islands. Let's head back down south. Treasure chest has not reappeared. I wonder if that's ever happened to anybody before. If anybody's ever experienced a hyper-spawned chest. We just passed a fellow Horde member. See if he's looking for the turtles as well. I know we could probably do what everybody else does and, you know, spam looking for layer in chat or something. Try to get more respawns, but the whole layering thing I think is great just for the modern day World of Warcraft experience. There's just too many players, but it does take some of the immersion out of it for me, which is not as fun. Got a nice little trail looks like we can follow here. A couple more that are alive as well. Probably just came back up. think so far we're really starting to pick up the pace a bit. I'm seeing more and more of those speckled shell fragments, which is definitely what we want to see, and we're actually getting in some kills. Looks like we're just about to get to Theramore again, so we're going to have to head back on the coast. Yeah, definitely started things off pretty slow, but I think things are at a pretty good pace now. Another alliance on the beach. See a Skinner? He is not. Not a lot of Skinners today, which is all right with me. Alright, let's head back up north, see what else we can find. Bags are definitely starting to get a bit full for sure, which is definitely a good thing. Unfortunately, it looks like turtle meat's actually pretty cheap still. Who knows, maybe the stock will be low enough that we can get away with boosting the price a little bit. Wonder how many stacks of these speckled shell fragments we've got so far. Each one's gonna render for about 45 silver each, which is really awesome. Looks like we've got a couple of those. Yeah, we're definitely not leveling as fast as I would have expected to, even with the rested experience. I thought we were going to blow through it pretty quickly. But that hasn't been the case even when we have been fairly consistently gotten kills. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose things are just going to start slowing down quite a lot more around this level. You just watch somebody die. Looks like some mages trying to do some AoE farming, maybe. Too many tortoises up here, though. I think we'll spend a couple more minutes and then I think we'll head back. I'll probably just hearth to the crossroads and make a quick trip to Thunder Bluff to host all the stuff that we got. And hopefully in the next episode, we're definitely going to do some more grinding. We'll probably just pick a different spot. We'll check some other stuff out. I think Swamp of Sorrows could be cool. I know we've just spent an hour in a very swampy place, but I feel like I don't spend too much time in that place. Swamp of Sorrows is a pretty, make pretty rare trips out there on most of my characters. I'm sure the Badlands are going to be packed if we try to make the trip out there. I feel like there's a lot of good stuff to be had in the Badlands in general. Solid chest over there by the Murlocs. might be worth checking out. It looks like there's a different rogue. Or no, a warrior maybe? Paladin. We'll see if they're a skinner. See if there's a trail that we could follow. Let's help him kill it. He's eyeing us right now. Okay, he thanked us. Works for me. Let's go ahead and skin him. Let's see if he left anything else behind further down the coast. We'll do one more sweep and then we'll hearth back. Get away from the sounds of the waves that we've been dealing with all episode. Dead turtle over there. We'll find some more. Yeah, and definitely a decent amount of thick leather, I feel like. It's a half a stack that we got. It felt like more than that, but I guess that makes sense. All right, I think that might be, let's see, we got one down here we can kill. For the most part, probably the end of the line. So let's get out of here. And we'll see what we're working with. Yeah, it's a shame. Most of the leather just doesn't sell for more than it vendors for the most part. Which is definitely a shame. We'll take this ride over to Thunder Bluff. And we'll take a look at what some of the stuff is worth. We'll sort by what we're actually going to... Oh, and we totally forgot to put these on. Totally forgot about the dog training gloves that we picked up from Houndmaster Loxy in Scarlet Monastery. We'll have to use this if we really decide if whatever we're grinding on is going to be a beast. So we're gonna have to remember to equip that. But I'm going to start sorting some stuff in the bags real quick based on stuff that I want to auction versus stuff that we're just going to vendor. I think I've got this separated out for the most part. Take a look at the stuff that we can auction first. So as far as the leather is concerned, move a couple of these things around. So the heavy leather comes out to about a gold-ish. Thick leather, another 50 silver. Heavy hide, another 15 silver. So the skinning, as far as the regular skins are concerned, not too much from that. Probably a total of about 2 gold if we're lucky. Turtle scales equal another gold entirely. So about 3, so we got 3 gold there. Turtle meat, not worth a lot, yeah. I thought it would be worth a little bit more by now. But let's assume both the weapon and the chest sell for at least a gold each. So we're probably up to about 5 gold just from auctions. Not a whole lot. I thought we were going to get a little bit more than that. And as far as vendoring stuff, we're going to get about a gold just from these speckled shell fragments. And honestly, just the collection of everything else is probably not going to equal much more than a gold. The gun is worth 64 silver, which is, I suppose that's pretty good. I don't think we're going to be able to auction that one. I feel like ranged weapons are very difficult to sell because they don't feel like the green ones don't feel like they're that much better than the white ones you can just buy from the vendors. At least that's how it feels most of the time. Not sure why that is the case. It is unfortunate. We do still have an auction, I believe, up for the healing helm that we had, the Conjurer's Hood of Healing. In theory, this should sell for about a gold as well, so we do have that going for us at least. Let's take a look at some of this other stuff. Yeah, so we'll try to sell this once. The deposit's 16 silver. That's rough. It's really hard to sell stuff like that. And then this is just not worth posting at all. This doesn't have a price on it, so maybe we can get lucky, get a little bit greedy. Go for maybe 2 gold, 50 silver. Can't do that too many times though. Always got to think about the deposit. Let's see, it's heavy leather. Yeah, it's still just like not worth too much. And there's plenty of it posted at the moment, so can't do too much about that price. Yeah, I just feel like right now, like there's just not a lot of stuff that's worth anything. It's worth as much as it normally would be. Okay, now the turtle scales, if these actually are selling for 64 silver a piece, now we're talking 10 gold profit, which would be massive. Let's sell this in stacks of 5 though. Just in case. I don't know how much people would actually need, but if those could sell, that's going to be the haul of the day for sure. Yeah, the turtle meat, a little bit disappointing still. Nothing else too major of note. Yeah, I think that's it. We're just going to vendor the rest. We spent 50 silver. So hopefully, I'm really just hoping we can just make that back. And it looks like we definitely did, and then some, for sure. So we made about a gold and a half on the vendor stuff. After taking into account the auction house deposit. And then if we count up kind of our auctions in general, we're looking at, if all of this, in theory, if all of this sold, we're looking at, around 10 gold for the turtle scales. We've got 1 gold here. 11 gold, 12 gold. Maybe 14, maybe 15. We're looking at maybe like 15 gold or so, which would put us at about 18 net. Not too bad, but I was expecting. That's assuming the best case scenario too, and we got pretty lucky with greens and whatnot. So yeah, I was hoping for 20, but if we can get 18, I'll definitely be happy with that, considering how everything went down, how many players were in the area, a little bit too much competition. Alright guys, I think that's going to do it for me for today. We're going to try out a different grinding spot in the next episode. I'm thinking Swamp of Sorrows, probably. And what we can do there is if Swamp of Sorrows doesn't end up working out, we can go back to Stonard, and we're going to, of course, pick up that flight path as well. We can go back to Stonard and fly back to the Gromgal base camp. And we can try our luck in Stranglethorn at that point. But we'll try not to play during primetime hours. We'll try to maybe find some time during the day, maybe in the middle of the day if we can. I think that might work out a little bit better, or at least I can hope so. Alright guys, that's it for me for today. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.